Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. So talking about a plot twist, it does look like now a few days ago I pretty much reported on Mello Bucks because her release party was shot up. You know, I'm talking about 19 people was hit, mostly females, and 4 people actually died. Her best friend, her boyfriend, and of course 2 other people that was closely associated with her as well. She says she's heartbroken, but now the plot has thickened and twisted because her daddy has actually been arrested and charged in a federal gun case for pretty much selling guns throughout Chirac. So the guns that he was actually selling could have potentially been guns that was used to shoot up her whole release party. What in the blue hell is going on? Let me get those over to the screen so y'all can see it. So he says, holy shit, what a plot twist. A few days after Mello Buck's release party got blitzed by the ops, her dad was arrested for selling guns to confidential informants before and after his daughter mass shooting. So before the shooting happened and after the shooting happened. And this is what the report says. It says the father of rapper Mello Bucks was arraigned on federal fire gun charges Tuesday, just days after the drive-by that targeted her fans in River North, leaving 4 people dead and 14 others wounded. Federal officials say Melvin Doyle illegally sold 13 guns since May 20th to confidential informants working with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. So he's selling firearms to the ATF. It says including one transaction that took place after the July 2nd mass shooting outside of Artiste Lounge, where his daughter, Melanie Doyle, of course, that's Mello Rax. I mean, not Mello Rax, I keep saying that, Mello Bucks, had hosted a record release party. So just think about it. His daughter got into a whole mass shooting, could have lost her life. And all these people got shot up and hit, and Buddy still had to go get that paper. It did come with a street lifestyle, though. You know what I'm talking about? To y'all, this may seem like, wow, why would he do that? But to him, it's a lifestyle. When you grow up in a particular type of lifestyle and in a particular type of environment, you understand there's risks that come with everything that you do. And at times, tragic stuff might happen, but you still got to go get the money. You know, some of this money over everything in most of these situations, right? Anyways. It says a law enforcement source told CWB Chicago that investigators have found no evidence connecting Doyle's alleged gun sales to the shooting outside the lounge of 311. At least that's the case. At least they ain't found no evidence that his gun sales was involved in that. In order for them to have that type of proof, they would actually have to know the guns that was used and have the guns that was used. Now, whenever that shooting happened, they did say that there was some guns actually found at that scene, but there's no proof that those guns are the guns that he actually sold, right? And also, if he was selling guns to an informant, they would have those guns still because I'm sure the informant would turn those guns in. I keep trying to tell y'all too, the streets is full of rats. We'll get in a little bit, right? It says, while the complaint does not mention his daughter, a source confirmed Doyle is the rapper's father. So if we take to the comment section, the first comment say, dang. The next comment say, the CIA up 1,000 points. What in a blue hell? Next up with this rap, it see why. Literally too much going on. She can't catch a break. The plot thickens. She needs to get out of Chicago ASAP. It's not safe for her now. Leave and regroup for better of her brand. I ain't gonna cap with y'all. I think she rap about probably sliding and killing. I'm pretty sure it's some booty shaking music too. But all this is on point for her brand. The shooting, the mass shooting for drill, gangster, Chicago, whether it's female or male rappers, all these shootings and stuff is right on point for their brand. That's what they rap about. Rap about sliding and killing. So when they get into some type of gangster stuff that happen like this, I'm not saying that it's good for them, but it's good for their brand because that's what they rap about, right? It says their problem didn't have nothing to do with each other because they were already making control by before the accident. Well, that's the thing. If he's selling it to a confidential informant, more than likely he's selling to other people as well, right? But it would take a long investigation for them to try to tie both of those together. Anyways, also, I keep on trying to tell y'all, a lot of people in the streets is rats. I know a lot of people say they hate rats and stuff like that, but a big portion of the streets is rats. Like I told y'all like 2 videos ago, there's no way in blue hell that the feds, the CIA, and all of them will infiltrate groups like that Martin Luther King was a part of, Malcolm X now was a part of, all these big, huge, organized, structured black groups. There's no way that they wouldn't infiltrate those groups. I mean, they would infiltrate those groups and then not infiltrate gangs. The gangs got to be the most easiest groups for them to infiltrate. Why? Because it's easy to pick somebody, a gang member up that got a whole lot of charges or they keep getting in trouble looking at a whole lot of football numbers, get them in the interrogation room or outside the interrogation room and tell them, listen, you're looking at going to jail for life. Y'all know we've been sending all these footage inside of hip hop. You tell a dude 20 years, he don't get to talking and snitching and ratting and telling. You tell him 10 years, he don't get to talking and snitching, ratting and telling. Nobody really want to go down for the crime. But of course, a lot of people want to do it to try to get that money. At the end of the day, it all comes down to that paper and to that money. I'm talking about. But either way it goes, man, I definitely wanted to get this story out to y'all. Just a little short video. But as more details come out, of course, I will definitely keep y'all updated. Anyways, do me the biggest favor and make sure y'all hit that like button for me, Anton. But also, I am setting up a store, an online store where y'all will be able to cop some of the dope shirts that I'll be rocking. Anton, by you'll be able to get them and talk to the supplies right now. So let me get that set up and then I'll be back with y'all. Let me know something coming down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. Oh, I had to burp, my bad. I'm out.